Okay. So this is the Python full stack live demo. In case if anybody already attended the demo, if you want, you can just go through once again. Okay. So before starting, can you give your brief introduction about your background, like your qualification, year of pass, and you are from where? Briefly. So within 2 minutes, I'll start the session.
Good morning, sir. My name is Pujita. Currently, I am pursuing my fourth year BTech in RBRJC College.
Okay. You are from
RBRJC College, Guntur.
Guntur. Okay, good. Okay, next, anybody? Next, anybody? Pujita, previous you attended any demo?
Yes, sir. I have attended 2 demos.
Okay. Next. Yes, next. I think Rajat, you can talk. Hemant. Rajat, you are not audible. Hemant. Okay, then. So let me start. I think okay, only Pujita, I think she has listened the demo session. Remaining, I think no. Okay. But however, Pujita just stay. But actually, this demo is just like a last 2 demo sessions only. If you want, you can listen once again. This demo, especially the people who not listened. Okay. So
Hello,
and today
sir.
and
Can you
tomorrow,
hear
this
me?
demo will. Yeah. Tell me.
Yeah. So, my name is Rajat, and I'm currently working in an IT firm with 10 plus years of experience.
Okay. Fine. You are from
Currently in Hyderabad.
Hyderabad. You are working on which technology?
It's a Java related
Java.
project. Java,
Java web
and
development.
backend developer.
Oh,
Currently, there are lots of AI related stuff currently getting implemented in our project as well. So
great.
want to try my hands on with Python as well.
Fine.
Uh, Before we start, sir, I have some few normal standard questions like, so what will be the complete curriculum? I mean the course structure.
In
We'll
this,
be
yeah,
going through.
in this demo, I'll explain to you that one only. So
Yeah,
if
I've
actually,
already gone through the previous recordings, demo sessions, 2 recordings.
okay.
I just want to know. First, we'll go with Python
Yes.
classes. For how many months it will be?
Actually, this is, I will talk to you. This is
Okay.
totally, if I take daily 1 hour, it will take like 5 to 6 months.
No, only Python.
No, not only Python. Python is basically 1 month around.
Okay.
Okay.
One
Only Python 1 month.
continuously it will be 1 month for Python from now. Then we'll switch on to.
1 month to 45 days max. If you go like slow, that will take like
Okay.
45 days max.
Then it will be SQL or what?
Yeah, continuously. continuously text.
No. There were around 6 parts, right? Python, SQL, then JavaScript, then React.js. So I only want to know, first 45 days it will be Python, then next SQL will continue, or what will continue?
No. So after Python, we will go for maybe front end or Django. Mostly front
Okay,
end, like HTML, okay,
okay,
CSS,
okay,
JavaScript, React, like this.
okay,
So next we'll come back to Django.
okay. So by the time we hit SQL, right, it will be the months. What will be the months? I mean, what month will be covering SQL?
That is maybe we'll see that it depends on maybe if I take that is mostly maybe separate session I may conduct.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so that is depends on. I cannot say exactly where I am going to start it.
Yeah, so accordingly, I'll talk to people outside. So, what all courses I want to actually 6 months? Maybe it's too huge for me. Huge tenure for
That's
me.
what.
Yeah.
That's what. If I take the 2 hours, generally,
Mm.
if I take 2 hours, that can finish within 3 months only.
Mm-hmm.
That's what. Okay, but
Mm-hmm.
basically, we are going to take daily 2 hours like that. But starting will be having 1 hour only. After
Mm.
3 sessions, we'll start simultaneously front end, back end, both.
Okay.
That
And
it will
see,
not take. You no need to wait till 6 months. We can finish within 3 to 4 months only
so it will
sometimes.
be for the entire group, right? It will
Hmm.
be like that. Okay.
Okay,
All right.
fine.
Thank you.
Okay. So okay, then. So, but still, if anybody are followed the recordings, just once again, we have a live session right now. So today and tomorrow, you'll be having 2 demo sessions. So after that, you will get a full clarity on the Python and Python full stack is what, and what I'm going to cover in this Python full stack. In this, I'm going to explain everything briefly so that you will get one clarity about what is Python full stack and do you want to take this course or not? Is it really helpful to you or not? And I'm going to explain with real-time examples, real-time applications of Python full stack. Okay, one by one. So let me show to you agenda of the Python full stack. So in this demo session of 2 days, today and tomorrow, so I'm going to cover like what is Python, so what is Django, what is Django REST framework, next front-end technologies, back-end technologies, database, Python full stack means what, next real-time applications of the Python and Django real-time applications, React.js real-time applications. Okay, so what is Django, what is React.js, everything I'm going to explain. What is front-end, what is back-end, what is REST framework, what is database. I'm going to cover all these. No need to worry because maybe you may be very new for this course and you may see some new terminals also. Don't worry about it. I'm going to explain to you. Okay. However, I'm going to cover all this in this Python full stack demo session, even in the regular session also. So first we'll start with Python. So Python is a programming language or scripting language. As we know, we have some different programming languages in the real time, like C language, C++, Java, .NET, like Python also one of the programming languages. So Python programming helps to write the programs to develop the software or applications. So generally any programming language is used to write the programs. By writing programs, what we do means we can develop some software or applications. If we want to design any software application, compulsory we need to write some programs or we need to do some coding. For that coding or to design the software or applications, basic is programming language. The basic is programming language. Without programming language, you cannot develop any, applications. You cannot develop any applications or softwares. So, like Python is a programming language that is used to write the programs to develop the softwares or applications. Okay, right. And Python is very easy by compared to other programming languages. So by compared to C language, by compared to Java, by compared to .NET, you take any other programmings, by compared to all these programming languages, Python is very simple and also easy. I'll show practically how Python is easy by taking some simple coding or examples. So this is a code for printing a name 100 times. So here one program is there. This program is for printing some name. Right side there is a Java code is there. In the Java code, okay, I am printing the Java name or the word 100 times. So for this, there is a program here. Okay. So according to Java syntax here, we are importing one library using import java.lang.star. Then we are defining one class like public class name test. Then open curly brace, close curly brace. This is the body of the class. Inside this class, we are defining the main method like public static void main string args. Then again, this is a body of the main method of Java. In this body, we are writing the logic. This logic, to print a name 100 times, the logic we are writing using a topic is called for loop. For loop is one topic. Okay, one concept. If you do not know this for loop, you cannot write this logic in the Java. So inside this for loop block, okay, actually for loop we have mentioned some conditions. Initialization I equal to 1, condition is I less than or equal to 100. Then we are incrementing the I value every time by 1, that is I plus plus. And inside this for loop, we are printing Java using a statement is called system.out.println. This will print, okay, the Java word. So the Java word will be printed how many times here? 100 times, because this we have written where in the for loop. This for loop repeat this statement 100 times. For example, see, it's true. That's why it will come inside, will print Java. Then again, control go back. Control go back. Now I will be incremented. That is now 2. Now we'll check condition with 2. 2 less than or equal to 100. True. Second time also will print. Like that, again it will go back and will increment the I value. We'll check condition. Condition is true means again will print. Like this, it's going to repeat so many times here? 100 times. Whenever the I value is 1 at 1, condition will become false. So loop will terminate. Okay, until that. So it will print the Java word how many times? 100 times. Okay, this is what how the for loop will work. Without this for loop in Java, we cannot do this program. But left side, if you observe Python code, only one line. Here I am not taking any library like java.lang, no library, no class, no main method, no for loop, only a statement I am writing like this. But here is only very simple function printer. Print is a predefined function in Python that is used to print the result of the Python program. It's very simple. But in the Java system.out.println, it's very lengthy statement is there. As a programmer, you should know why we are writing that statement like this. Okay, maybe sometimes in the interview also they will ask, what is the meaning of system, out, print, ln, something like. But it is very simple here in the Python. So very simple function we are using, print. Inside the print function, we are using the word, for example, here Python in the double quotes, or you can use single quotes also. Then star or asterisk, the number 100. So happily here we can print Python 100 times. Very simple. It's very simple to understand, simple to write also. Semicolon is optional, end of the statement. But whereas in the Java, semicolon is must. Let me show this practically. Already I have a Python software in my system. So I'll connect to Python. So how to connect to Python? From command prompt, just you can type Py or Python. Here I connected to the Python shell. Here we can write the simple Python instructions. So here I can write print of space. That's it. If you want 10 times, you can write just 10 here, 10 times. Okay. Same way, one more program is there here. This is a code for reverse the string or word. Reverse the string or word. So see, right side Java code is very lengthy. Here, not only Java code, you can take the C++ code, C language code, .NET code, almost very lengthy like this only. Okay, here just I am taking a Java code. But left side, if you observe, Python code is very simple again. Reverse the string. Okay, here I am taking a string. For example, my name is equal to Venugopal. Now here, print off, in the print only, I am reversing, taking the string yes of colon minus 1. This is one operator in Python is called slice operator. Without knowing about this operator in detail, if you remember this syntax, you are able to write this logic. Okay, so let me show this one here. Say for example, s equal to, I'll take a Python. In the Python shell, without using print also, we can reverse it. I mean, we can print the reverse like this. Or you can also write print off. Okay, like this. So not only these two logics, there are so many logics in Python. We can write within few lines only. Very easy to write, easy to remember also. In the regular session, we are going to discuss the slice operator in detail. So why or how it is working, how it is printing the reverse, that you can understand whenever I explain about the slice operator in detail. That I am going to explain in the regular session. Okay, we have an operators topic in the fundamentals of Python. There I am going to discuss for you. So you can understand that time how it is printing the reverse. But still, even though if you don't know about the slice operator, if you remember this syntax, we can reverse the string. Okay, that is what. Fine. So next, let's go to the Django. What is Django? So Django is a web framework technology. Web framework technology. So here, one important word is framework. So what is framework here? So framework means it is a ready-made tool or inbuilt architecture. Framework means what here? It is a ready-made tool or inbuilt architecture. See, if anything is ready-made, then what is the advantage for us? Using is very easy and simple, right? Yes, sir. If anything is ready-made clothes, ready-made food. Yes, sir. So, like the same way here also in the technologies, some frameworks are available. This Django is a web framework. It is ready-made tool. Means most of the code, most of the work already done by the Django developers. Django developers means Django designers, whoever designed already, whoever developed the Django. They already done most of the work. They already done most of the coding. As a programmer, we no need to write heavy code, or we no need to write heavy lines of programs, or heavy lines of code we no need to write. Okay, that is the concept of here what framework. It's a ready-made tool or inbuilt architecture so that we can develop the applications very easy and also fast. That is what here second point. It is used to develop the web applications. This framework is a web framework. Because why we are calling it web framework? Because this Django here mostly we use for web development, means web applications. That's why we can say it is a web framework. Okay, so it is used to develop the web applications, means we can design the websites like Amazon, Flipkart, IRCTC, Book My Show. These types of applications we can design. That too very easy and simple and fast. Why easy, why fast means? Because it's a framework, so that it is fast. Okay, it's easy because actually this is a Python's framework only. Next point. See, it is the most popular Python's framework. Means this Django is designed based on what? Python coding only or Python syntax only. Okay, that's why it is the most popular Python's framework used by many companies in the IT industry for the web development. Actually, Django not only for web development, we also can use for some other purpose as well. I'll explain in the next slide. Okay, but main purpose is web development. Okay, so I'm going to explain the real-time applications of the Django as well. At the time, you can understand. So where we use Django, why we use Django more, apart from this web development. Okay, right. So see, actually, we also have a Java frameworks. We also have a .NET frameworks for what web development. But at the same time, we also have a Python's framework, that is Django. If we choose the Django for web development, it's very easy, fast, simple by comparing to Java frameworks, .NET frameworks, any other frameworks also. That is why most of the companies are preferring the Django for web development. Okay, that is what you have to understand, because you may also have a question. There are already Java, .NET, some other frameworks are there which supports for web development. How it is different means these are difference here. It's very simple, easy, fast, and most of the companies are using this Django. That is what. Even though if anybody previous, if you don't have any coding knowledge, you can start with Python. Okay, so you can understand. You also can design your own applications as well. Okay, maybe sometimes if you go for directly the Java or .NET, you may feel some difficult. But Python and Python related frameworks are not like that. They are very simple and easy. But simultaneously or after Python, you also can learn maybe Java full stack, .NET full stack also simultaneously, maybe. Okay, because some companies also ask Java and Python combination sometimes. That is helpful for you. So first you can learn this one, later you can also go for Java, for example. Okay, right. So, but already if anybody know already Java, they will, they can understand it's very, very simple way. They will feel very, very easy again. Okay, right. So that's what here. Next, Django REST framework. So Django REST framework is what? It is also a framework like Django, but the Django REST framework is used to develop the APIs. What is that here? APIs for Django web applications. Means after development of web application using Django, if you want to design the API for that web application, we have to use here Django REST framework. Okay, what is API and what is the use of API? I'll explain to you. API means application programming interface. What is the use of this API? This API helps to make available of Django web application to different applications like mobile applications and web applications, so that users can interact with a web application from many sources. Many sources means many other apps. I repeat this once again. Last point, third point. API helps to make available of Django web application. For example, already you design one web application using Django, but I want to provide the access of that web application to many users from many other applications. Then at the time, we have to use what here? API concept. We have to design the API for that application. Okay, let me explain with one diagram here. Suppose you can take here banking related applications. These are all of the web application, for example. Every bank is maintains what? Website, right? Every bank maintains a website. So customers can visit the website and they can also do what, like internet banking, right? Internet banking. But actually nowadays, most of the people are also not using the internet banking, because why? Again, we have to log in, okay, through desktop, something like that. Most of the websites we may not operate with a mobile, because nowadays we are also have a apps. With the help of apps, we can do very easily. Okay, but still internet banking we are using, but here instead of internet banking, we are using here apps for some of the transactions. Okay, so Here, right side, these are all are the web applications, for example, for different banks. Okay, maybe LIC also. Suppose if you want to perform any transaction, for example, I want to transfer any amount, or I want to check the balance, or I want to do something, I want to do some, bill payments, something like this through internet banking, for example. At the time, one option is what? We can open the Google and we can visit the particular bank website. We can log in. Then we can do some transaction. That is little bit lengthy process. Okay, it may not easy by compared to apps, but apps are very simple and fast. That right? It's very simple. We can do it within seconds. We can do the payments. That right? So that's why see here left side some apps are there. For example, you can take here first one some UPIs, unified payment interfaces like Paytm, Google Pay, Phone Pay. Okay, there are so many other apps also available for us. So nowadays through WhatsApp also we are able to do some transactions. Yes or no? So like that. So see actually for example if you take these UPIs, these UPIs like Phone Pay, Google Pay, Paytm not provided by the bank people. Yes or no? Actually these are not belongs to bank domain. This is totally different domain. These apps are designed by the different people, but not bank related people. Actually, you can say it's a third party app. It's a third party app actually. But even though we are using these apps, and very first time what we are doing, we are downloading this from the Play Store, for example. Then we are giving the bank details along with our personal details. Okay. Then automatically we are able to connect to the bank. Bank server or bank application. For example, any bank. For example, SBI or Axis Bank, for example, whatever you are. So whatever the account you have, okay, that account details you are going to provide in a what UPIs. Then you start doing the payments. You start doing some transactions from the mobile apps. Means even though if you connect to the internet banking, or even though if you use the UPIs, okay, the whatever the transaction you are doing, maybe like paying the bills, okay, or fetching some transaction details of the last 1 month, all these you are going to get from only single server or single database only. Means here server database is single, only one. Even though if you use the UPIs, or even though if you use the website, only one server, one database. Okay, that is what here advantage. Same way, Zomato is there. What we do here, we are going to order the food. Then later with the help of this Zomato app, we are going to do the payment. Again, the payment will be directed from where? So from our bank only again. Okay, which bank details you given to the from that bank only amount will be directed. Same way book my show. You can book the tickets. Then you need to do the payment. That payment also will be directed from where? The amount will be directed from where? Again the bank server only or bank database only. Like that Ola, you can ride, you can have a trip, and then you can pay. And IRCTC, you can book the what we call train tickets. Then you can do the payments. So every time whenever you do some payments, okay, actually the request will move to where? Bank server only, bank database only. Means here server database is only single, only one. But user is able to connect to that particular bank server database from many other apps or many other web applications. That is what I said. One application actually, but users can interact with that application or database and server from any other apps. If you have, if you want to implement this type of application, compulsory API is required. Without API, we cannot implement this. Suppose nowadays, if there is no API means, you cannot use all these left side apps. You cannot use. Remember it. If there is no API means, no left side apps, left side related apps like Phone Pay, Google Pay, Paytm, Zomato, Book My Shoe, Ola, IRCTC. There are so many other apps also available. All these we cannot use. We cannot use if there is no API. This API is a secure, powerful, robust. Robust means yes, strong. Okay, so that hackers cannot, catch our transactions or what it may be. It's very secure. Okay, so this is a powerful. This type of powerful APIs we can design using what? Django REST framework. Using the Django REST framework, we can design the powerful APIs. Okay, it's very simple and easy actually. So developing the APIs is very, very simple. By comparing to, see, Django. Django is there, Django REST framework is there. API is very easier than the Django. Okay, especially the Django technology. Okay, that's what here. So understood now? Any doubts in this? Django and Django REST framework. Difference I think different you observe. Django why we use and Django REST framework why we use means Django we are using to develop the web application. For example, any one bank, Axis Bank website I want to design. So first you have to go for what? Django. Okay. First of all, if you want to design the web application for Axis Bank, you have to use what here? Django framework. Then after that, if you want to design the API for the same, okay, for the same Axis Bank Django Axis Bank application, then you have to use what? Django REST framework. Okay, now then that API we can provide the access to other apps later. So from different other apps also, the users are going to interact with our Axis Bank web application. They are able to access the application, server, database, everything. Okay, that is what. Is it clear to everyone? Please, can you respond in the chat box? Any doubts in this? Any doubts? Is it clear? If clear, respond in chat box as clear. Everybody. So if you have any doubt, you can ask me. I'll clarify here only. Yes. Is it clear to everyone? I'm waiting for the response. Yes. Hemant, Manjunath, Rajat. Okay. Fine. So let's go to the next. So backend technologies. In this, we are going to cover Python, Django, Django REST framework, and database. Right now, I explained to you first three. The Python, we are going to cover the core and advanced Python. Okay. So database. What is database here? Database is a storage area where we can store our application data. Every software or every application need to maintain the data, need to store the data. Where we can store the data means in the database. What type of data? For example, if you take any bank, just know Axis Bank, I said Axis Bank. There are many customers to the Axis Bank. Okay, the bank need to save all these customers' data. Where they will save means in the database only. Lakhs of customers, right? All these lakhs of customers' data we need to store into database. Like that. So generally any application is required the database. Instagram is there. Instagram, we are going to post many reels, many posts, right? For this, we need to have what? Database. We need to store all this somewhere. YouTube is there. daily lakhs of videos will be uploaded. Where we need to store means in the database only. With storage, we cannot handle all these things. Compulsory storage required. For any application, storage required. That storage area is called your database. So database is a storage area where we can store our application data permanently. Okay, like that in the real time, there are some different types of database are available. Like let me type here, MySQL, Oracle, MongoDB, PostgreSQL, okay, and SQLite, etc. There are some different databases. Now here, one database will come along with Python by default. That is SQLite database. Okay, whenever you install the Python software, along with the Python software, we also will get one database is called an SQLite database. And whenever you are working with Django and whenever you are designing the application using Django, we also can use this SQLite as a by default database. The default database. Later, if you want, you can also change to other. I mean, if you want, you can change, or if you want to switch to other database also, that is possible very easily. I'll show that one also. The default database, which comes along with our Python or Django. Later, we also can connect to any other database as well. Okay, fine then. So, okay, so here additionally, SQL is the default one, but additionally, I'm going to explain to you MySQL also. Is in this SQL, I'm going to cover to you SQL. I'm going to cover. Okay, if you know SQL from MySQL, that is maybe similar, very similar to Oracle SQL also. If you know one database, learning other database is very simple. Suppose if you know Java, sorry, not Java. If you know C language, for example, learning Java is very simple. Learning C++ is very simple. Like the same way, here also, if you know one database, learning, understanding other database is very, very simple. Fine. This is what backend technologies. Next, front-end technologies. In the front end, we are going to cover like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and React. Okay.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
So we'll also be learning SQL. I mean, we'll be touching only the few sections of SQL, or will be also learning little bit in depth?
Yeah. From the database, MySQL, in this I'm going to cover the SQL. I'm going to cover the SQL too. So which are the most commonly used one? Okay, I'll cover almost all.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Is it fine?
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Fine then. So see, okay, I'll talk to you. Basically, for this course, we are offering for you with less fee and some more content. Less fee, more content. Okay. So we will try to cover the mags. Okay, in this. Fine then. Next, okay, I will talk about all these later also. Let me continue. Okay, front-end technologies. First in this is HTML. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. So what is the use of this HTML? It is used to create the web pages. Used to create the web pages. What is web page? Let's take any one real-time website. For example, Flipkart. You can take any website. So Flipkart is there here. I opened the Flipkart in the browser just now. So if you observe this page is called actually web page. This is called what actually? A web page. Okay. So this web page, if you want to create like this, we have to use what? HTML. What this web page contains actually? This web page may contains here text, images, buttons, links, forms, audios, videos, animations, graphics, etc. Okay, web page may contains all these. If you want to display all these in a web page, and if you want to create this type of web page here, compulsory, you have to understand, you have to learn what? HTML. It's very simple, easy. Okay, by compared to Python. So, okay, means HTML is very, very simple, simpler than the Python again. Actually, we don't need to compare the front end and back end, just I'm telling you. Very simple, okay. So HTML offers some tags. With the help of those tags here, we are going to create all these elements actually. Suppose if you want to create one image, means if you want to display one image tag is there for us. Image tag. Okay. So image tag is there for us. If you want to create what image? Like if you want to create a form, like login form, registration form. Okay. So we have a form tag is there. We have a form tag is there. In that form again, there are so many tags are there again. I'm going to explain all these later. Okay. So it's very simple to learn and understand. I'll explain to you later. Okay. Next here, CSS cascading style sheet. It is used to apply the styles for the web page. See, actually this page is already created using HTML, later applied some styles to arrange all these elements in one particular order and sizes. That's why this page is looking good. See, all these elements are arranged in one particular order with some different sizes, because this is possible using the CSS only, like borders, backgrounds, colors. Okay, all these we can do using CSS only. Very, very important. Next, JavaScript. What is JavaScript? It is a scripting language. It is a scripting language. It is just like a Python only, but Python purpose is different. JavaScript purpose is different. Okay. So the JavaScript is a scripting language. The JavaScript used for different purposes. One of the purpose of the JavaScript is data validation. What is that here? Data validation. What is the meaning of this data validation? For example, I'll take one simple example. Form validation. Form like login form, registration form. In the login or registration form, so we are going to enter the data. For example, you can take the registration form. Very first time you want to give some details like your name, email ID, phone number, something, password, confirm password, like this. At the time, the data should be valid. Whatever the email ID you are providing, that email ID data should be correct. That should be in correct format. Password, confirm password. Both should be matched. And password also should have some constraints sometimes, like minimum 8 characters, should include some special characters, digits, something like this. You have to follow all these rules. Otherwise, it does not allow to create the account. Because all these, see, browser is doing all these validations. Before submitting your form, so browser is doing all these validations. Okay. So whether the data is correct or not, before submission, that is what actually data validation. That is done by the browser automatically. That validation actually inbuilt has written in the browser using what here? JavaScript. Okay. It is one of the application. Like that, we also have some other applications of JavaScript here that we'll discuss in the regular session. Next, see, if you know the Python, learning, understanding the JavaScript is very simple and easy. Okay, same topics are available. The Python, JavaScript, same topics almost. But but we have a few additional topics in JavaScript, which are specific to JavaScript. Next, React.js. React.js is a framework. It is also a framework, front-end framework it is. React.js is a combination of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. It's a combination of all these. So it's a front-end framework. So it is used to design the front-end applications. Front-end, especially front-end. Okay, like so. Here also again framework. Already know framework means what, Just now I explained that Django is a framework, right? Like here, Django is a backend framework, whereas the React.js is a front-end framework. So that once if you know the HTML, CSS, JavaScript, learning, understanding JavaScript, React.js is very simple. Designing application using React.js is also very simple, because very simple and easy because it's a framework. Okay, that you have to framework. Fine. So these are the front-end technologies, and previous I explained about the back-end technologies. If you want to design the complete what we call full stack application, complete means here full stack application. So as a developer or as a programmer, you have to learn both front-end as well as back-end also. Front-end technologies and back-end technologies, both you have to learn. Then only that will become what? Full stack. Okay. So, okay, tomorrow's session, I'm going to explain why this front end, what the front end will do, what the back end will do. I'll explain tomorrow with some example. Okay, now, right. And along with that, we have to discuss more about the, as I said in the starting slide, so I need to explain about the, okay, what is Python full stack exactly, along with that, real-time applications. And along with this, I'm going to explain to you, if you take this Python full stack course from the Harsha Trainings, what is the benefits you will get? And as a trainer, I'm the trainer, myself is Venugopal. As a trainer from my side, what are the benefits you'll be having? Also, I'm going to explain to you in the tomorrow session. Okay, fine. So that tomorrow also you can just attend, and you will get a full clarity on the Python full stack. Fine. So if you have any doubts, you can unmute and you can talk to me. So today just I discussed about what is Python, what is Django, what is Django REST framework, front-end technologies are what here, back-end technologies are what. So briefly, even database also I explained to you. What is database? Briefly, I will revise here. What is Python here? It's a programming language that is used to write the programs to develop the applications or softwares. So Django is a framework that is used to create the web applications. Django REST framework is a framework that is used to create the APIs or the web applications which already designed using Django. So front-end technologies in this HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React.js we are going to cover. I explained just now about all this briefly. So back-end technologies which covers the Python, Django, Django REST framework, and database. What is database? So database is a storage area where you can store our application data. Fine. Okay. So if you have any doubts, you can unmute your mic or you can ask through chat box also. This is our office contact. For any queries, you also can have this contact number. You can call to them. You can ask any queries. Fine. Okay. Any queries? Any doubts? Heyman, Manjana, Pujita, Rajat. Here for the batch, we'll be having the limited students. Okay, there is no more crowd. So that I can concentrate on each and every person. Daily, I'm going to explain the topics. I'm going to ask some questions also about the study session. Okay, I don't ask any new questions. I'm going to ask from the yesterday's, I mean, past class or past session, okay, topics questions only, okay, so that you can understand the topics very easily if I ask the questions. And I'm going to explain the topics with some real-time examples also daily ways, the regular session especially, because nowadays there are so many technologies out there. We can compare our regular topics with the real-time examples so that we can understand very, very easy. In that way, I'm going to explain it. Regular sessions. Okay. So blindly we should not learn the subject. Once upon a time means we don't have. If for example in 19th century, at the time, Java was there, some other technologies are there, but there are no more softwares at the time. But nowadays there are so many softwares. Okay, guys, fine. If no doubts, you can leave session, guys. Thank you. So tomorrow you can attend. Okay, same time 4 o'clock, 4 to 5.